Hello everyone, today we're bringing you this bloom sachet. This sachet is made up of the main part crocheting, drawstring tassels and hanging loop. First, complete the main part crocheting of the sachet. Next, make the drawstring, tassels and hanging loop. Sunflower sachet crochet method. Take color 3 lace yarn from the kit. Leave a yarn tail about 10 centimeters long. Wrap it twice around your left index finger. Press the yarn end with your middle finger. Take the crochet hook from the kit. Pass through the 2 segments on your index finger. Hook the long yarn tail. Pull out the long yarn tail. First, make a chain stitch. Next, take the loop off your index finger. Pinch it tight with your fingers. Hold the loop tightly. First, work a beginning chain. Then, work 8 single crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch the loop. Take the crochet hook. Tighten the loop below. Pull the yarn tail. Then pull the tightened loop. Pull the yarn tail again. Tighten the loop. Thread through the hook. Shrink the loop. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Beginners can mark the first stitch with a stitch marker. Slip stitch and then work a beginning chain. Work 2 single crochets in the same stitch. The pattern for the second round is to work a single crochet increase in the single crochet. This round has a total of 16 single crochets. Complete the crocheting of the second round according to this pattern. The second round is completed. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch marked with a stitch marker. For the third round, work a beginning chain first. Work a single crochet in the same stitch. Beginners can also mark the first stitch with a stitch marker. Then work 2 single crochets in the second stitch. The pattern for the third round is 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet increase. Complete the crocheting of the third round according to this pattern. Finish the last stitch. Join with a slip stitch to the stitch marked with a stitch marker. For rounds 4 through 13, work single crochets and single crochet increases. We won't demonstrate each round. Complete according to the pattern chart. After completing the last stitch of row 13, let's identify this part below. The stitch pattern below the calyx. The side where you can clearly see the texture is the right side of our crocheting. The wrong side doesn't have such clear texture. Now we'll use this wrong side as the front of the final pouch pocket. Flip this wrong side to the front. Then join with a slip stitch for row 14. We're working on this row, completing stitches in the half loop away from you, so the slip stitch here is a bit different from before. First, remove the stitch marker. Next, insert the hook from front to back. through the yarn loop. Pull through and tighten the loop. Complete the slip stitch, then chain 1 and pick up the half loop away from you. Slip stitch. Start crocheting 14 rounds. For 14 rounds, we need to crochet supples. There are 8 supples in total. Each supple takes up 5 stitches. First, chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 chains. Next, work in the second chain, from the hook for 5 single crochets. 1, 2, insert into the second stitch. Work 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets under the main part. Insert into the same stitch, make a slip stitch. For the next row, first enlarge the loop. This is the slip stitch. This is the last single crochet. Insert into both loops of the last single crochet. Pull the ring tight, then turn the work. Begin crocheting the second row. For row 2, work 4 single crochets first. 1, 2, 3, 4, make a single crochet increase in the last stitch. 1, 2, single crochet increase completed. Next row 3. Work a beginning chain first. Using the same method. This is the beginning chain position. This is the position of the last single crochet. Insert the hook at the position of the last single crochet. Pull the ring tight. Turn the work piece. Work a single crochet increase first. Work 5 single crochets next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert the hook into the front loop of the next stitch on the main part. Make a slip stitch to fill the stitch. Slightly enlarge the loop. Same slip stitch. Insert the hook at the position of the last single crochet. Pull the ring tight. Turn the work. For the next row, work 6 single crochets first. Six single crochets. At the last stitch, work a single crochet increase. 1, 2. Then work 2 chains. 1, 2, turn the work for the next row 1, 2. Insert into the second stitch. Work in the second chain from the hook. First make a slip stitch. Then work 8 single crochets. 5, 6, 7, 8. Same as the main part. For the next stitch, pick the front loop away from you. Work a slip stitch. For the next row, first work 7 single crochets. The method is also to stretch the loop. Find the last single crochet, pull the ring tight, turn the work. Work 7 single crochets. After completing 7 single crochets, work a slip stitch in the next stitch. After the slip stitch is completed, first work a beginning chain. Then stretch the loop. This is our beginning chain. This is the slip stitch. Insert the hook into the last single crochet position. Pull the ring tight. First work an incomplete single crochet. Next stitch, work another incomplete single crochet. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all loops. Complete a single crochet decrease, then work 5 single crochets. Four, 5. Move to the next stitch on the main part. Pick up the front loop away from you. Work a slip stitch. On the last stitch of the row, also stretch the loop. Find the last single crochet, pull the ring tight, turn the work. First work 5 single crochets. Then work a slip stitch. Work a chain. Same chain stitch, skip the slip stitch, insert the hook into the last single crochet position, pull the ring tight, turn the work. Work 5 single crochets. Come to the main part. Next stitch, pick up the front loop. Work a chain. Complete a petal. Let's see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfectly occupies 5 stitches. Next petal. Slip stitch into the front loop of the next stitch. Using the same method. 6 chains for the next petal. With this method, complete all 8 petals in this round. Last stitch of the last petal. Slip stitch into the front loop. Then chain 1. Cut the yarn. Pull out the yarn tail. Now we'll work on the petals. Take the petal from the kit. Make a slip knot with the yarn tail. On the row of sepals, work into the back loops of the remaining stitches. Pay attention to the direction. With the sepals facing outward, we'll work into these 40 back loops on the inner circle. Yarn over. Pull through and tighten the loop. Then tuck the remaining tail of the sapel under the petal. On top of the petal yarn, weave it in while working. Work 40 single crochets into these 40 back loops. First make a beginning chain. Then insert into the same stitch and work a single crochet. Work 1 single crochet into each back loop. Total of 40. Follow this pattern to complete the round. After completing the last stitch, similarly, stretch the loop. Remove the stitch marker from the first stitch. Insert the hook from outside to inside. Catch the loop. Pull through the loop. Tighten the loop. Next row, we need to work on the front loops of this round. Total of 10 petals. Each petal takes up 4 stitches. After pulling through, make a chain stitch. Then work a half stitch. Slip stitch. The technique for petals is the same as for sepals, except it takes up 4 stitches on the main part below, while sepals take up 5 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6, make 6 chain stitches first. Count back 2, 1, 2 and pick up the half stitch on the second half stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then insert into the same stitch on the main part. Make a slip stitch. Using the same technique, stretch the loop. This is a slip stitch. Insert into both loops of the last single crochet. Tighten the yarn loop. Turn the work. Start the next row of the petal. First work 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a single crochet increase in the last stitch. Then work a chain. 1. Skip the chain space. Insert the hook into the 2 line segments of the last single crochet. Pull the ring tight. Turn the work. First make a single crochet increase, 1, 2. Then work 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert the hook into the front loop of the next stitch on the main part, away from you. Join with a slip stitch. Pull a large loop. Find the 2 loops of the last single crochet. Pull the ring tight. Turn the work. Next row. First work 6 single crochets. Increase in the last stitch. Then work 2 chain stitches. Work in the second chain from the hook for a slip stitch. Insert into the next stitch. Turn the work. Work 8 single crochets. Next stitch on the main part. Insert into the front loop away from you. Join with a slip stitch then. Find the insertion point for the first stitch of the next row. Pull the ring tight. Turn the work. Work 7 single crochets first. Then work a slip stitch in the next stitch. Work another chain stitch. Skip the chain stitch and slip stitch. Insert into the single crochet. Tighten the yarn loop. Turn the work. Work an incomplete single crochet first. In the next stitch, work another incomplete single crochet. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. Then work 5 single crochets. Pick up the front loop on the main part. Work a slip stitch. Next row. 5 single crochets and 1 slip stitch. Slip stitch. Then work a chain stitch. Skip the chain stitch and slip stitch positions. Insert the hook into the last single crochet. Pull the ring tight. Turn the work piece. Work 5 single crochets. After completing 5 single crochets, insert the hook into the same stitch on the main part. Work a slip stitch. Complete crocheting this petal. Check that the main part occupies stitches 1, 2, 3, 4. Using the same method, on the front loop of this round, away from you, crochet a total of 10 petals. Following this method, complete crocheting the petals for this round on your own. The last single crochet. Round 1, the 10th petal is completed. First make a slip stitch in the same stitch below. Pull a large loop. Take out the crochet hook. Slip the loop over. Tighten the entire fabric. Now we begin crocheting the second round of petals. This is the last petal. We insert the hook at the first stitch of the first petal. Second stitch, third stitch position. Catch the long yarn. Pay attention not to pull too tight here. Perfectly match its width. After inserting here, first make a beginning chain. Then work 40 single crochets along these 40 half stitches. Beginners mark the first stitch with a stitch marker as well. Mark it. Pick up the half loop at the 39th stitch. And carry the yarn across this segment together with the 39th stitch. Similarly, pick up both strands together for the 40th stitch. Good, complete this round of crocheting. Take out the stitch marker. Place the stitch marker on the half loop of the first stitch closest to you. Hang it here, mark it. Next we'll work the next round. Similarly, crochet 10 petals. Each petal takes up 4 stitches. Crochet method, exactly the same as the first round petals. Always pick up the back loop, the half loop away from you. Working with the back loop away from you. Crocheting the second round petals. Method is identical to the first round petals. Follow the demonstration from the previous round. Complete the second round petals on your own. When the last petal is completed, join with a slip stitch in the same stitch. Then chain 1. Cut the yarn. Finish crocheting the petals. After the petals are done, we can do this. Pull it upwards like this. Due to the tension from crocheting, it might slant slightly to the right. So we pull it to the left like this. Give each petal a gentle tug. Next, we'll crochet the flower center. Take the kit. Leave a short yarn tail for the flower center. Make a slip knot. Take the piece. Find the stitch marked with a stitch marker. Pay attention to our current crocheting direction, it's from the outside. Not from the inside out, but from the outside in. Inward is this direction. Petals. The wrong side is facing you in this direction. Insert the hook like this. Insert the hook at this position. Remove the stitch marker. Loop the slip knot. Take out the slip knot. Pull the ring tight. Press the short yarn tail against the long yarn and wrap it while crocheting. Similarly, wrap the yarn tail of this petal the same way. Tuck it inside. Hide them together. First, make a chain stitch. Pay attention to tightening the yarn tail below. Press the petal down like this. Next, work on the remaining half stitch. Insert the hook into the same stitch. Work a single crochet. Next, insert the hook into the next half stitch. Work another single crochet. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Work a single crochet increase. One single crochet in the next stitch. The pattern for this round is 2 single crochets. 1 single crochet increase, 2 single crochets, a total of 8 groups. Follow this pattern to complete the round on your own. Finally, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch. Complete the first round of the flower center. Next, work the flower circle pattern. First, chain 1, 2. Three, 4, chain 4, then work. Next, work 3 half double crochet puff stitches. Yarn over. Insert the hook into the same stitch. First, work an incomplete half double crochet. Yarn over again. Insert into the same stitch. Work another incomplete half double crochet. Yarn over. Insert into the same stitch. Third incomplete half double crochet. Then yarn over. Pull through all loops on the hook. Complete a puff stitch. Half double crochet puff stitch. Next, chain 1 here. Yarn over, count down 1, 2. Insert into the third stitch, which means skip 2 stitches. Insert into the third stitch. First, work a double crochet. Then chain 1. Similarly, work 3 more half double crochet puff stitch and double crochet insertion position. In the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, yarn over and pull through all loops, chain 1. Then start the next pattern. Similarly, count down 1, 2, skip 2 stitches, insert into the third stitch. First, work a double crochet, follow this pattern to complete this round of crocheting. Total of 16 groups. Complete the last group. Then count up from the first 4 chains, 1, 2, 3. Insert hook into the third chain. Join with a slip stitch. Complete 1 pattern. Then work 3 more groups using the same method. Complete the crocheting of the flower center. Each round has 16 of these small flowers. The second round is worked into the position. Insert hook into the double crochet position from the previous round. 1 double crochet, 1 chain, then work the puff stitch 1, 2, 3, pull through all together and chain 1. Next, insert hook into the double crochet of the next group. Work the remaining 3 rounds using this method. Complete the remaining 3 rounds on your own. Last row. Last pattern. After completing, on the same 4 chains of the first stitch, count upwards from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, insert hook into the 3rd chain space and slip stitch. Chain 1 and stretch the loop. Draw the loop through the fabric. Tighten. Complete the main part crocheting of the sachet. Making the drawstring for closing the top of the sachet. First, leave about 50 centimeters of the flower center yarn tail and cut the yarn. Next, take a 1 meter long flower center yarn and fold it in half. Insert hook into the same hole where the last slip stitch was made. Take the folded yarn. Thread it through. Align the yarn ends. Now there are 3 strands of yarn here. We'll braid these 3 strands into a braid. First, take the completed sachet. Find something slightly heavier. Press it down with that weight. Then we braid the 3 strands. Braid about 40 centimeters long. Braid the yarn ends to about 40 centimeters. Tie a knot to secure. Then insert the yarn into a large eye needle. Insert the yarn into a large eye needle from the left pattern. Through the gap between 2 patterns. Insert the hook from outside to inside. Stitch out through the next pattern hole from inside to outside. Like this. Next to this round. Work 1 round of yarn. This is where to insert the hook. Find this position. Finally stitch out through this hole. Pull the yarn slightly. The yarn tail is perfectly at the starting position of the stitch. Perfectly at this position. Next we take out the crochet hook. Take this yarn tail. Draw the yarn out through this hole. Make a chain stitch. Secure it here. Then, hide the yarn tail inside. Thread the yarn tail with a large eye needle along the wrong side segments. Slowly guide the yarn all the way down here. Hide it well. At the very bottom we'll make a knot. Secure it here. Secure it in this position. Then break the yarn. Cut off the yarn tail. It becomes a drawstring that can be tightened. Next we take out the kit. Cut a small piece of gold thread. Use a lighter to burn the 2 yarn tails. Fuse them together. Be careful not to burn your hands. Next take out the pearls included in the kit. Insert the gold thread. Use the gold thread to guide the pearls onto the drawstring. When tightening, push the pearls under this opening, so they won't tear through. To open, pull the pearls upwards. The bottom opening can then be opened. For the sunflower sachet tassel, take out the tassel. Use a lighter. Trim the top thread. Be mindful not to burn your hands. Next take out the large pearl included in the kit. Thread it onto the top of the tassel. Tie a knot to secure it. Secure it in place, then thread a yellow crystal bead. The hole in the yellow bead should be small. So when threading, take one strand first. Then the other strand. Then thread the other strand through. Tie another knot on top as well. After knotting, take out the completed sachet. Open the opening at the top. Use the crochet hook to pull this tail from the front into the sachet. Similarly through this hole. Hook the tassel's tail into the sachet as well. Next tie a knot with these 3 strands to secure. Secure well. Trim off the excess tails. The bottom tassel is now installed. Shaping the sunflower sachet petals. First wet the petal calyx section. Then use a paper towel to absorb excess moisture. Loosen the slip knot. We'll temporarily stuff this paper towel inside. After stuffing, tighten the slip knot. Tighten it. Press down the purl. Now we begin shaping the petals. Shape each petal one by one with your hands. Start from the inner layer, shape each petal. Make sure to shape every single petal. After shaping, for the inner layer petals, we can slightly bend each petal slightly toward the flower center. Next, the second layer petals. Similarly, first unfold each petal. If you have small tweezers at home, you can also use these small tweezers to assist. If not, just stretch with your hands directly. It's the same. After the second layer is all shaped, for the second layer petals, we can slightly flip them outward. Flip them outward slightly like this. Shape the second layer petals properly. Similarly, unfold each sepal one by one. Lift each one upwards after unfolding. Position them tightly against the second layer petals. Like this. Lift it up a bit. To achieve this effect. After shaping, just let it air dry naturally. Once dry, the flower will maintain the shape you've created.